I woke up in the middle of the night the other night. I went to the bathroom, but I was very hungry, so on the way back, I put 4 Oreos in my mouth, and then I fell asleep on my back before I finished chewing. And you might be wondering, how do you know you did this? How do you remember doing such a thing? That would be a fair question. Because I woke up around 5 seconds later, choking to death. Oh, just dying in my bed. And I survived, which I think is good for me, also good for my roommate, because I think if I had died, they would have assumed he had murdered me. Because as irrational as that sounds, I feel like it makes more sense than eating while sleeping. Like, I've already envisioned, like, a detective calling my mom, like, "Ma'am, I'm sorry to inform you, your son was murdered this morning. Sometime between 4 and 4:30, his roommate snuck into his room and just filled his mouth with Oreo. We know that he tried to defend himself, but he only managed 3 or 4 bites before losing consciousness." Very sorry for your loss. I did a focus group recently because I took huge money. This was actually this was a couple months ago. This is before we've of course had the worst summer of all time, but this was before. And because some of these office buildings are sometimes like very cold, so I wore a T-shirt with a sweater over my T-shirt to the focus group. And then I showed up and it was like very, very hot in the room, so I took off my sweater, but I made that rookie mistake of not grounding my T-shirt to my jeans first. So I just took my shirt off in front of 10 strangers, and the guy doing the focus group actually stopped and said, "Are you okay?" To which I responded with, "Who here wants to dance?" That was the only thing I could think to say under those circumstances. I'll tell you about the first laugh. The first time I ever laughed in my life. I was 4 years old and we had a babysitter over at the house. You know how sometimes you just like hate someone's face? Like I didn't like this woman, and she didn't like me, which is weird because I was 4 years old. I did not like a 4-year-old kid. And we were playing checkers and I was losing. So true to form, I just knocked the game board out to the ground. She sent me to my room, but before I went to my room, I took this all-brown dish rag that we had in the kitchen. I threw it over her face, and I said, "Diarrhea." That was the hardest I had laughed at that point in my entire life. I went up to my room crying with laughter, which I had never done before. I didn't know you could cry with laughter, because it was the first time, and now here I am. Here I am today. I like to drink. I drink a lot. I'm looking to take my drinking to the next level soon. But I feel like many of us, when I drink, I like to send out outstanding, gregarious text messages to friends of mine celebrating the fact that I'm drunk. But about a year ago, I discovered there was one particular group of friends of mine that had never been sexually harassed at any point in their lives, and that was straight men. So almost as reparations for all the times they've sexually harassed my female friends, I saw it almost as my duty to get as drunk as possible, as much as possible, and send them text messages that challenged the boundaries of our friendship. And I want to read a couple of my favorites for you right now. So here's a text that I sent my friend Joe like 3 weeks ago. Just so you know, I'm having a no-shirts party in my bedroom, and you're the only one invited. Fun fact about Joe, he's married to a girl. Fun fact about me, I actually haven't taken my shirt off in public since 1997, including when I go swimming alone in my parents' fenced-off backyard pool. Now, this next text was actually sent 2 days later, which was a Monday, because that is how my life is going. It was sent at 3:45 in the morning to my friend Sean. Hey, Neil. Okay. Neil is Sean's roommate. I need you to help me roofie Sean. And no response to that. There's no response to that. That actually officially ended the friendship, unfortunately. And I'll say my favorite text, which was sent many moons ago, reads exactly as follows. Let's get a hotel room. I'll bring the wine, you bring the butthole. Jesus. And that last one was sent to my doctor's landline. Nothing to worry about.